Why is graduating from Harvard Business School such a big deal for you?
To your point, like it's Harvard, and everyone's like, "Oh wow, it's Harvard," and sometimes I think they got lost on me. But I was just thinking back, and it was just like growing up, like that was never something that I don't know. I did. Nobody in my family did that. No, like none of my friends were going to Ivy League schools. It just was something so unobtainable. It was something so far away that there was no reason to think about it. And so walking across that virtual stage at the time, and even I guess the couple of weeks afterwards, just thinking about like that moment, it was just like, how far I've come, especially just thinking about like my mom being a single mom and like the sacrifice, but also the things that she had to sacrifice that she did to prepare me for this moment. So, for instance, like putting me in Big Brothers when she realized that I didn't have a male role model, making sure that I was at soccer practices and involved in after-school curricular. Just think about all those choices that she made and the rest of my family made to get me to this point. It was a little overwhelming just to think about that.
Why do you believe a program like Big Brothers Big Sisters is still important to today? When you think about the impact that the program had on you, and just kind of seeing what kids are up to nowadays, and how having a mentor help guide you to simple things like high school. Why do you believe Big Brothers Big Sisters is still important today?
Yeah, I think that one thing, as I mentioned earlier, is that the program is so important just because we all, most of us hopefully have someone in our lives, whether it be a parent, a grandparent, an older sibling, or something. They can give us advice, talk to us about what we need to do. But at a certain age, especially as a kid, you start to tune those things out because like those people don't know. And so having a mentor who is outside of the family that can come in and kind of just give you game on things, I think I think kids are much more receptive to that. And I think that's something that people need right now, is they just need guidance. I'm not going to sit here and say like this generation is more unguided than any previous generation, but I think all generations like need these role models and need people who have lived a different life experience. I think that's the other big thing, is that when you're young, you basically have your own bubble. You have the people who have lived like you, who've grown up like you. And so, especially when you get to see what the other side is doing, what other people, how they interact, what their dreams and goals are, it helps you to open up your mind to what else is out there. And I think I really benefited from that, just seeing how other people were living, how they like viewed their futures, it helped flip a switch in my mind about what I could do and what I wanted to be. So I think that's really important. And then on the flip side too, I think just being like a mentor, like being a big, is super important. It gives you an opportunity to give back to the community. Again, I think we live in almost a very disconnected society. So seeing, how people live and what it's like growing up maybe with only one parent, or maybe growing up with no parents, is understanding those struggles. I think helps you get a better understanding of society overall, and just I think become more empathetic to what people around you are going through. My mentor at no point he didn't try to make me get interested in different things or want to focus on stuff I wasn't interested in. It was more of the program was around how can we be better in the things you want to do. So if you want, like for me, I was a soccer player. And I was never going to go pro, but you always want to be better as an athlete. And so it's just things like, what are you doing at home to be better? Are you working out on your own?
Well, thank you, Alex.
Happy to talk about it, and forever grateful to Big Brothers Big Sisters.